excited. Never been nowhere up on what can you?
Alrighty.
Are we up?
Yes, we
Yes.
are up.
You didn't just get the notification? Are you not subscribed with the bell notification turned on?
I don't have the YouTube app, so I don't get notifications.
Oh. Okay, I guess you're valid.
I guess you passed the test. Alright, well, we're here. Part 3. It seems to me like you guys know that something's gonna happen here soon.
I do, because I'm smart. So smart.
Smart, yeah. Like we've played this before, maybe?
Oh, no way, I don't believe it.
Oh.
I have not finished it, but I watched Markiplier play it, so.
You never finished this game?
No.
Really?
I'm just not into dating sims, and like, you have to go through so many days of just normal dating sim before it actually gets, like...
What?
What?
Okay, never mind. I won't judge you. Hold on. Sorry.
Hey, it's fine, because we're playing it now.
Yes, this is right.
Yep.
Okay. So are we gonna go? We doing it?
Yeah, we're
Yes.
doing it. Let's do it.
Okay. Hey you.
I look up to see Natsuki next to me.
You just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so...
Sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything.
It's not like I'm worried. It was just...
Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute. We didn't get started now. I won't make you wait any longer.
Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything.
She practically mumbled that last part. Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all.
Sayori? Thinking about her?
Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her.
Oh.
Natsuki excels.
Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. Anyway, you're her best friend, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right?
Well, I guess that's true.
I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably just doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important.
Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes.
Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious.
Yeah. I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands.
She really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so...
It was not. Jeez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to first? Alright, Sayori.
Cool. It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki.
Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. It's not really what I meant, though. It's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. It makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
Alright. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Hey! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori?
Oh, Monica, I wasn't feeling well, okay? See you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Bro, is she good?
No.
No.
The Yuri next.
I see. I think you're improving at writing a lot in general, Dendo. But I can't help but feel a little foolish.
Yeah? For what?
Just... I feel like I kept trying to offer advice when it should have been clear to me that you prefer a different writing style. I probably just sounded arrogant. I'm so stupid.
Yuri, that's a little...
No. You don't understand. I spent too much time worrying about what's better and what's worse. Not just with you. With Natsuki and Sayori. It's obvious now why nobody has fun when talking to me. And because of that, I'll just keep my mouth shut about your poem.
Yuri buries her head into her arms on her desk. That's not the first time I've seen her do that. I don't think it's ever as bad as you make it out to sound in your head. I think if people really didn't like talking to you, then it would be a lot more obvious. I know that you like to read deeply into things, but some things are just worth taking at face value.
I've gotten so used to it that it's hard for me to comprehend any other possibility.
Gotten used to what?
Reading
deeply into things?
Being disliked.
Yuri.
What am I saying? I'm sorry. I never meant to bring this up.
Yuri turns away from me.
You should go.
Eh.
Please. Please don't look at me right now. I want to do some thinking.
Are you sure? Yuri nods. Alright. I leave Yuri be. Comforting or reassuring her is nearly impossible as it is. So when she wants to be alone, I think anything I could say could only make things worse. I feel bad, but thankfully she doesn't take it out on me. I'll wait until she's feeling a little bit better.
Man, it's almost like they're all extra depressed today.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, I wonder what happened there, Monica. I mean, I wonder, game,
Let's see.
You're certainly enthusiastic today.
Of course. You know I like your writing.
I'm just surprised. It seems like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before.
Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer? That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about.
That's the key.
What?
You're not very confident about your writing, are you?
What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best. Right?
It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up her own insecurities. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too.
Right? No. Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this.
Just like that, my feelings were correct. That's the key.
Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say, "That's so cute," just like you, Natsuki? Sometimes I don't want to be cute. Nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want...
Natsuki trails off. Dang, these characters trauma dumping.
Really,
They
right
really
now.
do be.
They really do.
Yeah. Maybe it's because her lip started to quiver. I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Hey, Natsuki. If you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it.
Don't read it!
Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem from the desk.
It's not any good. And I know you hate my poems.
Ugh.
So you don't have to read this one, okay?
But I want to read it!
Why?
Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well. But sometimes, she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was a part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Ah, Natsuki, you're doing it again. Once again, Natsuki clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally she forces herself to extend her arms and set her poem on the table.
You can read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now.
Okay, I will.
Just a second, it's
Because
blurry.
you.
Because you. Tomorrow will be, tomorrow... Oh, there it is. Tomorrow will be brighter with me around, but when today is dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward because you look at me. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout, but my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something is above me, I reach for the stars, but when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart, but what do I do when it's torn all apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. Because you, because you, because you.
Me?
You.
Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, then just say it. I won't get mad.
No, it's not that. I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read. I guess I guess I'm not used to the hearing such nice things coming from you.
Don't just say that. Mommy,
Baka.
what do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say.
Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well. And I'm happy that you showed this to me. I liked it.
Well, yeah. I'm a pro, so
Natsuki mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually does.
just remember that I can think these things sometimes too. You know, when you're nice to me, it's meaningful.
Meaningful.
Ah, I'm glad. Sensing Natsuki is satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do, Natsuki takes my hand and pushes them back away. Her small, soft hands surprise me with their assertion.
I don't want it.
Eh? Why not?
Just don't. Jeez.
I realize what Natsuki's doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Well, in that case, I'm going to keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it.
Good.
Mhm.
If you didn't, I would... Never mind. Just, I'm glad that you want it.
Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself.
That's all for now, so... Go put it away before someone sees it, okay?
Hey everyone, look at this! Yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so that I can put away Natsuki's poem. Ba-bum-bum. Alright, Monica.
Hi, Dendo. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's look at today's poem.
Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Sticking with the Natsuki style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you?
That's...
Oh, come on, Dendo. It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day. Pretending to like the manga that she's into.
You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me.
Eh? No, I think you're misunderstanding, Dendo. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have.
Is that so? I kind of knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it.
So, I just need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki is kind of unpredictable. A lot of times, she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she's the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club, too. And you wouldn't want to do that to me, right?
I'm not really sure how to respond to Monica. While I care about her in the club, it's also kind of unfair to bring that up.
Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing.
Monica smiles sweetly. I don't know what's going on behind that mask of hers.
That's what
Anyway.
the mask is.
That's what the point
I know the mask is.
Oh no.
I'll share a poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth, the lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift in the sky, a victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search. I search with a little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and my forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind.
Man, that poem was too real.
You know, I felt like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too Philadelphia or anything, but it was just kind of on my mind, so that's why I read about it.
Philadelphia? I see.
I don't want to get all Philadelphia about this.
I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we all had the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
No, there's one thing I've noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures.
Right.
I think you'd know better than anyone else.
You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Oh boy, pulling up a chair, grab some popcorn.
Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not good? It can really be disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and all the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think?
Oh.
That's my advice for today.
Yay.
Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right?
Yes.
Why don't we start figuring out...
Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now?
Something did sound a bit unusual. I forgot that I was Yuri for a second. I was like, why isn't Yuri talking? It's freaking me. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Stagnating air is common foreshadowing something that is terrible is about to happen.
In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
Ah. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little somewhat when she's not around.
The heck did she run off to anyway? Thought she just went to pee.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on.
She really actually wasn't feeling too well. Went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times to not go with her home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Who?
That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people.
Calm down, guys.
Chichimagu, you might be right.
I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes.
Yay.
We might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted.
And as for myself, I'm gonna be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now, Natsuki's pouting too?
Jeez. Even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Dendo.
The one who is truly useless.
Lamau. Don't say that! In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way if you gave one of them a hand.
Oh?
You could always help me out as well. I would really appreciate that.
What is Monica doing?
Making pamphlets.
Oh, I see.
Just Sayori's help.
That's true. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help.
Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you to do. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Dendo may not like to be around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So, therefore, he may be more suited in assisting me with the decorations.
Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations, anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Dendo to...
What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work.
Baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys! Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Dendo to decide how he'd like to contribute.
Don't make me choose.
Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said...
I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though.
Please. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah. Dendo, you're okay with this, right?
No?
In the end, it's up to you.
Of course. Oh, come on, game me. Don't agree with that.
Very well. In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... Sayori.
So are we doing Natsuki's route, or...
So I think next time we should do... Yeah, we're doing Natsuki's route, but I think the next time we should do Yuri's so that you don't get both your characters killed off, and then it's just me.
That's true.
I mean, what?
Okay.
I didn't say anything.
What?
Nothing. We're just gonna do Yuri next for no reason. But just do Natsuki.
Natsuki for now.
That's who we're doing this route.
And then are we gonna go back to the save, or...
No. Just
No?
the next time.
Oh.
Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so I could probably use 2 people.
Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree.
Eh? Just a minute ago, you were saying that.
That's because... Never mind, okay?
Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it, after all. That's good.
Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad.
So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about?
No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited?
Yes! Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome!
I don't think that really counts.
What about you, Dendo?
Me?
Oh gosh.
I guess you could say I'm interested in to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri?
She's still sulking.
Natsuki starts pouting too.
It's not... I mean, it's not that big of a deal or anything.
Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, and then nobody offering to help.
That doesn't mean...
F for Yuri, I guess. Hello, Cookie Crumbs. Welcome to the stream.
My cat is trying to play with my cords.
Cords.
Oh,
Natsuki
don't eat it.
Eat the cord, cat. Eat the cord.
The freaking cord.
Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone for a worried expression. With a worried expression.
Look.
Natsuki goes over and puts her hand on Yuri's shoulder.
Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too. But you're gonna make the atmosphere special.
Real special.
It'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit.
Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction.
You didn't really mean that, did you?
Not really, but
Don't say that out loud! What the frick?
Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken back by Natsuki's words. Tsukigal, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki is trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori wouldn't say at a time like this. Would say at a time. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves.
I'm sorry for being dumb.
hello, Elliot.
I'm gonna do my
Everything, Elliot?
best.
Yo, Elliot, what up, man?
And all of us are gonna make a really great event.
Yeah.
Yeah! Yahoo! That was a weird yeah, so I just had to play it off like Mario. I hope to see everyone do their best.
Do a Mario Monica expression.
I hope to see everyone do their best. No. Cursed.
That's good, that's good.
But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out.
Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so...
Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that.
I have the open right where you guys are.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
You have the game open right where you guys are, where we are? That's awesome.
yo. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other.
Where are you going?
Eh?
We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me.
Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind.
Ease, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You'd better not make it weird or anything.
Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number.
Okay. Coming over on Sunday.
She like says it out loud. It's 1-800.
I'll bring all the ingredients.
We're about to dox Natsuki. Wait. You're coming to my house?
Oh, yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house.
Yeah, right. I could have a guy over at my house.
Like I could have a girl at my house.
My dad would kill me.
Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me.
Yeah, how do you think I feel? Can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over.
Alright, fine by me.
Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you'd better look forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it right now. Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work?
Well, it was just saying that. It's not like I could act like, in front of everyone, that I was looking forward to this.
Wait, really?
Well, kind of. Just because I never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so...
Alright, I guess I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday.
Never mind.
I can't believe this! Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. Just like
Time skip.
Huh? It's already... I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself that there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other and all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monika said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feeling aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it into a habit of simply entering each other's houses like our family. House is quiet.
Just so you know, there isn't a trigger warning yet, but there won't be one upcoming soon.
Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her to run down and greet me. Her to not run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori?
Hi, Dendo.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it always has been. I always recognize the same stuffed animals and the wall decorations that she had for years now.
If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today?
How do you know this? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting.
Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today?
Of course. But I'm just helping her online. Didn't plan to meet up or anything.
So it's just me and Natsuki then?
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
It's no good, Dendo.
Eh?
Why can't it just be like how it's always been? This is all my fault. I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings. I didn't make that stupid mistake. You wouldn't have been worried about me at all. Wouldn't have come here.
What mistake did she do? I'm so confused.
When she was in club and she was acting off. She expressed kind of feeling bad.
Oh.
You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. This is just my punishment, isn't it? Getting punished for being so selfish.
I spoke too soon.
I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, Dendo. You're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Dendo? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed.
It's...
What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori?
Huh?
Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all, Dendo. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. It also feels like a bat being swung against my head.
What's the characters making about themselves?
That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. Then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me.
Poor Sayori deserves better. That's true.
Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes from me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, Dendo. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streak down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. Now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her tight into a tight embrace.
Dendo.
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it in any other way.
Dendo.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. No.
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Dendo. Only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah? Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day with her, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
Oh, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and hang out? It'd be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. See you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori.
Dude, that
exit
scene
her
made me
house.
tear up. That was so depressing.
Have you not seen that scene?
I have seen it, but it was a long time ago, and I've gone through a lot more life.
That's true, me too.
And, like, I'm just playing Minecraft now because I don't think I have any more speaking for a while, so...
Bit, yeah.
Not for a little
I'm
bit,
just, like,
yeah.
listening to you guys and playing Minecraft, and the whole time I was like, oh! Anyway, continue with your story.
Yeah. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over, too. I think Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home, anxiously waiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the door to let her in.
What's up?
Hey. I don't know what I'm expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes a uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison.
Please, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in.
I
See, you brought a lot of... Oh, whoops. That's you. Sorry.
No, I think it's funny. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good. Thought I could count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. Surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarly like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen.
What? You're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? Here's your hospitality, Dendo.
Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grabbed the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy.
Carried that all the way here. Are you impressed?
I see now. I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk.
Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey. Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much?
Not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? I think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What?
That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that.
Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know?
She does look like a child, though.
And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri does, doesn't mean you should treat me like...
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki.
Get it! I didn't say anything.
I should apologize.
Eh?
I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Weirdos.
How would you... You know that anyway.
Just trust me on this one.
Gross!
Hey! Was that to me?
Who else?
Man. Let's just get started already.
Get all sour when a girl calls you gross. Finally found your weakness, Dendo.
Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull out things of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flowers, spilled liquid fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixture isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki's babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
Dendo, where did you put the food coloring? Batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays.
I think it's in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
Color the batter, of course. Making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flowers aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite.
Ah, that's a cute idea. And are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few small drops of food coloring in each. Ah, it does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presented her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monica delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting here. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with the whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
Icing's still all lumpy. You even trying?
Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer.
Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me, and uses her hand to tilt the bowl back.
Really need to beat the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already been improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it into her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross finger in my icing.
Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did it, all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try. I push harder, enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn.
Gross. Got it on my face.
Whose fault is that? Is this how straight people flirt? What the heck?
This is, yeah, kind of.
I guess. There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez.
I then use my own tongue to slurp it up.
No. You know what? Take this.
Natsuki instead whips it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish! I'm faster. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Oh boy.
Stop.
Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine.
Press A to pound.
No. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. Really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Oh boy.
Nasty. What? Did you seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Endo! You really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that? How did the mood turn into this so quickly?
When you pinned her to the wall! That's when the mood changed.
See, I thought I was pinning her on the floor.
Oh.
Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
No wonder. Left a dirty tray in here, dummy. Could you make a mistake like that?
You
Should have checked before turning the oven. Oh, what? Sorry, that's you.
Oh man, you took the words right out of my mouth. You should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistakes. Ease.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened. Ooh.
Ah, that smells so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look at how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we have the icing.
Like you needed to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that will make them look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers.
Bro.
We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? Pick up one of the novels that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That one's really thin, so you can make it use stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever.
Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually.
Eh?
Well, it's a literature event, right? We should make our more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'd be fun to see how people choose their cupcake based on the word they like.
I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. That's actually a really cute idea, so...
Maybe I'm getting it from you.
What's that supposed to mean? You're not cute.
Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
Well,
Natsuki's voice trails off.
same with you.
Eh? Did you say something?
No, nothing. Just do the icing.
Natsuki picks up the pace and fastens a nozzle to each of the bags.
There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we each get to work. Oh, man. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all aside to admire our work.
Look at how pretty they are together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Oh yeah, but... Dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she were here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner.
Ah, already? That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. Should have thought about that. Not like you'll always have this chance.
Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
Wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Get out of my house. Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, guess I'll be off then.
Natsuki bonding time.
Thanks for all the help and everything. See you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki.
Eh?
What you said before about not having this chance, it doesn't have to be like that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that, if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere...
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Bro, did I just ask Natsuki on a date?
Kind of.
Yeah. I want to spend more time with you.
Endo, I thought you only cared about getting this done. Ugh. Sorry I had to leave so early today. Really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki... Standing inches from me, but Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at my sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me.
I felt it. For a while now.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
Sayori!
Eh?
Hi, Dendo.
Sayori. Just now, we weren't...
It's okay, Dendo. Just stop by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well... I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't need any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room. My imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What were you talking about? Or what are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. How close you got to her.
It zoomed off the screen. Yep.
Makes me really happy. You've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's eyes.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Dendo? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. So it'd be so much better if I could just disappear.
No! Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Dendo. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Dendo. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Dendo, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down by Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand at all your own feelings, I know that what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give it to you. Sayori. I can't friend zone her.
Okay, but who doesn't love Sayori?
True. I love you. That's good enough for me. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day helps me realize that you're truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy.
Dendo.
Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
Dendo. Is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. Ah.
I love you, Dendo. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. Even now. I want the rain clouds to go away. They're not going away at all, Dendo.
It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
Okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Dendo?
Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. That's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all
Oh
days, I
boy.
expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
Oh my gosh, I gotta talk
Oh my, you get a
again!
line!
Hey, wow!
That's crazy! Dendo! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early.
Where's the music? That's funny.
That's
I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets of on each of the desks in the classroom. That must be ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. That's the one I'll be performing.
I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you.
Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think you'd think that on days on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? That's silly goose. Oh, wait.
Should take a little more responsibility for her, Dendo. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning. No?
How do you know this? Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
Of course I do. I'm the club's president,
The
after
club
all.
president knows everything. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so...
Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that.
Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice.
Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Stalker tendencies, if you like. I flipped the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost a professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before.
Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out. Wait, go down, scroll. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving.
Well,
This part makes me feel gross. Uh,
Okay,
you
continue.
know how Monica said you left Sayori hanging this morning?
Shut up! No spoilers.
That's why I stammered when I read that sentence.
I know, I could tell.
what
There's
is
still
this?
someone in the chat who hasn't played this before.
I'm just pointing out that that's
No!
that's just a cool sentence. That yeah, it's cool. It's great. Don't worry
Where's
about
the
it.
music? This is really eerie. Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach.
Bendo? What's wrong?
Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori has written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so...
Ah. Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay?
I quickly leave the classroom.
Don't strain yourself.
Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, but help her wake her up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and that's all I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock at the
Huge
door.
trigger warning coming up just for people who are very sensitive.
I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house is really something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't
Wake up, Baka.
it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori!
Oh, I have chills.
Yep.
Oh my god. I have chills.
Man, you really left her hanging.
Ah! What is this? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it was to others to care about her. Why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault! My swarming thoughts kept telling me everything that I could have done to prevent this. Just spent more time with her. Walked her to school and remained friends with her like it had always been. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can rest and try something different. I had only one chance and wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry the skill with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can't even take it back. Never, 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 never.
I
End.
feel scared. Oh, I actually
Well,
feel
that's
like
it.
no, it
Alright.
isn't. That is
Stream
not
over.
It.
That's it. Game over. We're done. Oh, look at that.
Wow, I like the new character. Who's
Oh, everything is cold in here.
Everything
now.
is bad.
I feel
You guys want to keep streaming
awful.
for another hour, or do you want to end it here because
I
of
think-
emotions?
This is a good time to end it.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
This is a perfect time to end it.
No,
I
it's
love the
not.
new character.
Well, if you enjoyed this stream, or if you're crying right now like I am, and everybody else in chat,
Make sure to drop a like and subscribe.
make sure to hit that
bell
subscribe button.
notification on.
Oh my gosh. This stream is certainly a different trip.
Yeah.
Than like Genshin or Minecraft.
You never really expect it. Whenever I play this game, it never ceases to get me. That part never ceases.
Yep,
It hurts me every time.
that's it. Wow.
It's not the end of the game though.
We still have
Hold on, I
lots
need to go
more
back to when I'm
go
Still
into.
have yeah, that was Act
Impersonating
1.
Mario.
Act 1 is complete. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah.
This is Act 1. And we still
I
have tons more
hurt.
content to dive into.
Yeah, so
And
that
we're
was
gonna
fun.
do Doki Doki Plus, so
Mm-hmm.
I think I effed up my soup.
yeah.
I think I effed up
think-
this character.
No!
Oh, shoot. Alright, well, yeah, that's it for tonight. Stay tuned for more.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun. That was cool. That was
we'll
great.
plan
That was-
another stream. Yeah, we're doing a bunch of stuff. For this, we're gonna finish it eventually. We'll get there.
Eventually, we'll get there.
It's a long game, but after this part, it starts to get faster paced.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first act is super long.
super long and super. It does. It's just like it's one of
The
those
build-up.
things. It's a very. I love how they do the build up in this game though, because you really think that it's gonna be all okay, and then they just throw that at you, and then you are like, oh, thanks.
Yep.
Anyway,
Alright, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, well,
Thank
bye-bye.
you for joining. Bye-bye.
Wow.
have
Yeah.
a nice night, y'all, and take care of yourselves. After that, do some self care.
Yep.
Play some Minecraft.
We're not responsible for anything that may occur after this.
Yeah.
We are not responsible for any injury.
Nope.
No anime.
Yeah.
No real life humans were hurt in the process of the making of the stream. Anyways, good
Only
night.
my feelings. Anyway, night. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Have a good rest of your night.